You are an ER doc, is that right? Okay.
Correct.
And understand you've been on television a lot?
A fair amount.
Yes, ma'am. And I understand you built a home television studio, is that right?
That's a bit of an exaggeration. I had a laptop on a stool.
Your husband didn't build you a home studio?
He did not build me a home studio, no.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Why do you think that Chicago has become America's largest outdoor shooting range? Do you think it's because of Chicago citizens who have no criminal record, but who have lawfully a gun in their home for protection or perhaps for hunting? Or do you think it's because of a finite group of criminals who have rap sheets as long as King Kong's arm?
So Mississippi, Louisiana, and Missouri actually have higher firearm death rates. Obviously, there's certain...
What about Chicago?
So I don't live in Chicago. It's not my primary area of research.
You don't have an opinion on that?
I think there's easy access to firearms combined with environmental conditions, lack of great education. There have actually been studies showing that when you green vacant lots and repair abandoned buildings in urban neighborhoods, you see decreases in gunshots, in violence, as well as in stress and depression in the neighborhoods around them.
No disrespect, Doc, but that sounds a lot like word salad to me. Let me ask you this. In September of this year, our New Mexico governor...
So we're going to get to this. I couldn't believe my ears. And Senator Kennedy was absolutely right. Mishmash of just word salad. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And this is probably my quickest time that I've ever given a person my SIMR acronym, SIMR, stupid, idiotic, moronic, retarded, but it goes right to this doc here. This lady activist, this lady doctor is what gives doctors like us an unbelievably bad name. She's going there in front of the Senate hearing, and she's actually says, it's not my area of expertise. This is the gun deaths in Chicago, but overall, Mississippi and other states, they're just overall gun reduction crimes are there. I just don't have a clue. And then she basically gives this word salad. I want to hear that word salad one more time so we can hear the stupidity, the idiocy, the moronicity, and the retardedness of this doctor. Let's go to it right now. But before we do, you're watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. And this is what we have on tap for you today, bringing you fools like this who are Second Amendment activists that want to get rid of guns from legally law-abiding citizens. This is what happens, folks. I give you my political prescription from my political perspective as to why these guys are stupid, idiotic, moronic retards. And we're going to get back to that. This is what happens when these Second Amendment zealots that want to get rid of our guns collide with law-abiding citizens and go on the record and emote their verbal diarrhea against the Second Amendment. Let's hear her one more time saying her word salad, and we'll continue with the great grilling that occurs by Senator Kennedy. We're going to do that right now.
So Mississippi, Louisiana, and Missouri actually have higher firearm death rates. Obviously, there's certain...
What about Chicago?
So I don't live in Chicago. It's not my primary area of research.
You don't have an opinion on that?
I think there's easy access to firearms combined with environmental conditions, lack of great education. There have actually been studies showing that when you green vacant lots and repair abandoned buildings in urban neighborhoods, you see decreases in gunshots, in violence, as well as in stress and depression in the neighborhoods around them.
No disrespect.
I don't even understand what she said. I think she said about green new buildings and vacant lots. and urbanization of some kind causes reduced shootings or whatever. I don't even understand what she's saying. And then Senator Kennedy, coming back with his saying basically that in all due respect, it's just a stupid word salad. Let's
in
hear
the
that again.
neighborhoods around them.
No disrespect, Doc, but that sounds a lot like word salad to me. Let me ask you this. In September of this year, our New Mexico governor issued a public health emergency order, and she suspended the right to bear arms in Albuquerque and the surrounding county. Do you support that?
I do not. What I do support is the work that New Mexico
Yeah,
has
but
done
do you
with.
support that?
No,
You don't? Okay. Let's see.
Okay, she didn't support that by that idiot, moronic, stupid, retarded New Mexico mayor. Remember what she does? In a health crisis, she's got the ability to suspend the Second Amendment for 30 days. That's what she did. She knew exactly what she was doing was unconstitutional, but she did it anyways because these people that have power will do anything that they can do to push that power right down our throats. That's what they want to do, folks, every single time. And we've got to fight them in the courts to basically get our rights back.
During his first 2 years as the DA in Philadelphia, District Attorney Krasner and Loster dropped 47% of all the illegal firearms cases in the city. Do you agree with that?
I'm not a lawyer. I'm a physician and a public health professional. I can say that New Mexico has done amazing work in trying to address the suicide and partner violence.
I'm asking about Philadelphia.
I don't have an
The DA
opinion.
dropped 47% of all the illegal firearms cases. Did he do the right thing there?
I don't have an opinion. However, I will say that just as with fentanyl, the spread of illicit
I'm
substances.
sorry to cut you off, but I'm
That's
running
okay.
out of time.
Understood.
The LA District Attorney, George Gascon, said that he would not prosecute any sentencing enhancements for guns or gang-related activity. Do you think he did the right thing?
Again, I am neither a lawyer nor a prosecutor.
You don't have an opinion on that?
I honestly don't know enough about it to have an opinion.
You don't think gangs should be prosecuted for having illegal guns?
I'm neither a lawyer nor a prosecutor, and that's not.
You're mostly a retard, is what you are, doctor. Boy, are you showing your stupidity. Boy, are you showing your ignorance. Boy, are you showing your lack of intellectual honesty over here. I think what Senator Kennedy should have, well, tell me about Mississippi. What if there was a lawyer? What if there was a DA that did that in Mississippi? Then what would you think? You don't need to have an MD degree, idiot. You don't need to have a PhD degree, you moron. You activist. You're so full of BS. It's uneffing believable. He asked you a point blank question that should you prosecute gang-related, gun-related cases? Yes or no? What do you think? As a citizen, for safety, you're the doctor. You're the one that sees gunshot wounds in the ER. What do you think? That if they have the bullet there, they've got the person that fired the bullet, it's gun-related, gang-related. You don't think that person should be hauled off to court and adjudicated under the law and see what happens? You can't answer that question. It's out of your area of expertise.
Not my area of research.
But yet you want to take guns away.
I've never said that I want to take guns
from
away.
law-abiding citizens.
I think that you are saying something that I've not said in my written or oral testimony, sir.
Okay. You equated gun deaths to heart disease in your opening statement.
Yes, sir.
Which is a greater public health problem, gun deaths or heart disease?
So heart disease does kill more folks across the United States, largely in the
About
end of their life.
700,000? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gun deaths about 50,000?
Correct.
Do you support outlawing fried foods?
I'm sorry. How does that relate to?
Because fried foods contribute to heart disease, don't they?
Again, I have not written or said that I
Aren't you
support
You're a
outlawing.
physician, right?
I am. Have I said that I support outlawing anything in my testimony today?
Okay. Let me ask one more question. I'm sorry, I cannot see that far, Doctor, on the very end.
Cozy Gay, thank you.
Yes, sir. You said, I wrote it down. You said that no one should be judged by the worst thing they have done in their lives.
Correct.
If one of these young doctors sitting behind you, God forbid, walks out on the streets of Washington, D.C., and is raped or sodomized, you don't think the rapist should be judged?
I don't think it should be terminal. It shouldn't be for the rest of their lives.
You think we should forgive them and not give them any punishment?
I believe in
You think
forgiveness.
nobody's responsible for their actions?
I believe in responsibility. I believe in forgiveness.
Well, folks, I just thought I set a record with the doc. That record has been broken in seconds by this idiot, this person, another person I dubbed the simmer. In fact, I give him a double simmer. No, a triple simmer. He stupid, idiotic, moronic, retard. This is what his Dukakis moment? What would have happened if your wife had been raped and you go on a soliloquy of, well, you know what? I have to take a look at case law. I've got to make a determination as to the extent of the damages and the criminality of what has occurred to my wife or to my daughter. I've got to weigh that against the civil rights of the person. I mean, what the hell is this idiot moron talking about? Simple question is, yes, that person should be adjudicated under the law. And if convicted, the full force of the law. Now, he can say to himself, you know what, I don't agree in the death penalty. I don't agree in this thing. But this guy basically is saying that, you know what, everybody should never be judged by their worst act. This is another fool. This is another person. And you can tell, folks, he is obviously, this is what happens when you have got Democrats and liberals and leftists. And he happens to be black. And his policies that he's spouting are the ones that are doing the most harm, the most damage to people in communities that are like him. And it is amazing to hear these people virtue signal from their perches. This guy must have polished his halo. I don't know how long this guy took to polish his halo and put it on, because you can see that halo on top of his head shining brightly. In fact, so brightly it may be blinding. The virtue signaling of these people is absolutely unbelievable, folks. Unbelievable. Because they don't think about what happens to them or somebody else. It's just policy. To them, it makes them look good. It makes them shine bright within the people that these guys associate with. Anyways, we appreciate you taking the time to watch. You're watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I've been your host. My name is Dr. Nasir. If you haven't done so already, we'd love for you to subscribe to the channel if you liked our content. Like, share, and follow us. You all know what to do. Share your comments below. Take a look at our other video links above and below, and I'll leave you with my final thought, which is, when you're right, and when you're left, you're wrong. Until next time, folks, take care and stay safe.